that Edo State government has banned prostitution. And you have to tell us what informed that. And the girls actually ran away, but now they're back.
I think for us, honestly, we didn't go out to ban prostitution outright. We just realized that there was a link, a very strong link between drug use and, prostitution, and some social misconduct. So you go to some areas at night and you see young children who are running drugs, right? And you see these girls, who hang in the streets because they attract, and we just felt that it's not good for the development of any society, because the amount for us, the biggest issue was the issue of drugs, and aligned to that is prostitution. So we felt that, look, once you get a lot of these people out of the streets, then it will not attract the people who come in there to use drugs and buy drugs.
Okay.
So we are in the last lap of
a quick one now.
A quick one. I just feel this session will not be complete without talking about the NUJ Secretariat and the controversy. So let's hear from the horse's mouth.
From here again, it's just amazing how people just create things that don't exist. So they said, we want to come and take over the NUJ building. There was no such conversation. We, as we speak today, we are building the cultural district. Part of the cultural district will include restoring sections of the moat. The NUJ building is close to the moat. So we had sent people to go behind to see. And apparently there's been some encroachment on the moat. The NUJ building is not encroaching the moat. But behind it and other areas, there are encroachments. So we went there to see what was going on. Is it wrong to do that? And the fact that you have gone to make inquiries to try and understand what is going on, that is tantamount to you taking over the property. And it's just, here again, you see, it's unfortunate that we just have people who just hate progress. They are just angry with the kind of reforms we're undertaking, and they look for every excuse to create something to try and tarnish our government, to try and put our government in bad light. But we are not worried, because we know that we're on the right path, and they'll tire out. We have the staying power, because we must fix Edo.
Okay, a quick one from Benedict. A quick one.
Yes, Your Excellency, sir. Your state-owned media outfit, we cannot thank you enough, Edo Broadcasting Service. Since it was established by Professor Ambrose Ali, former governor of the defunct Bender State, over 40 years ago, the transformation we are seeing there today has never happened. Even as we are talking, our work is ongoing there. So what plans do you have, Your Excellency, sir, to ensure that the signals of the TV is received by people in Edo North? The radio has gone beyond Edo State, even neighboring states, they are receiving the signals.
It's a work in progress, because one of the things we're doing is revamping our entire media infrastructure, whether it's Observer, whether it's Edo Publishing, Edo Printing Press, and we are refurbishing all our media outlets, and we're trying to reposition them to be competitive in the marketplace. And therefore, we're making the investments required. And we're also hoping that at a certain point in time, government will step back from essentially determining the editorial contents of these media houses and allow them to be market-facing, more market-facing. So yes, we're making those investments. First, we want to complete the infrastructure renewal, then rebuild your studios, and then bring in high-end quality digital equipment for you to get a longer range for transmission.
This is really enjoyable, nice, and we hope that His Excellency will sustain this media chart so that people will continue to hear from you directly. We hope you do that, sir.
Yes, we are, for the first 6 years we're building, because we came into government, into politics, where people just talk and nothing to show. Today we are ready to chat, and we're ready to show you and point to things we have done, not just talk about things that we will do or things that don't exist. So we're ready to. We have things to chat about,
Okay.
and we'll chat a lot and begin to let the people know exactly what is going on.
Thank you, sir. So finally, I just tied this together. You promised to build an airport in Edo North. Are you going to do that? And what do we expect from you in the new year?
For the airport in Edo North, like we said, it makes sense because between Benin City and Abuja, which is almost 500 kilometers, there's no airport. So if there's an emergency in Edo North, Kogi, how do you get there? So that airport is very, very important. And for instance, don't forget you have a lot of mining activities and a lot of cement production activities in that part of. So there is a market. So what we've done is we've acquired the land. So communities have been, very generous. We've gotten the land. We have made the applications to the minister and the NCAA. They have come in to look at the area to, like I said, see the wind flow, to see the approach, to make sure that it is suitable, and they're quite, pleased with what they've done. And so the next stage is to try and get a license, and here again get partners. We're also talking to partners who are prepared to partner with Edo State to build the airport and manage the airport. As much as possible, we don't want the government to do things outside its areas of competence. It's always better to see how you can work with those who know, that particular subject area or that business, and work with them on it.
So what do we expect in the new year?
In the new year, we're expecting a very, very interesting political outcome, right? Where, by the grace of God, my candidate will be the president of Nigeria. And we're very, very clear as to what the future of this country should be. We're very clear that, with our party at the center, the main issues inhibiting our progress and development as a country will begin to address. First, devolution of power. So a lot more resources will now be made available. We should be able to have the latitude to do more for ourselves rather than go to Abuja with a begging bowl every month. We should be able to, working with him, I've gotten the assurance, like transactions like our river port, which will open up our economy, good. We'll get the support of government, of the federal government. So I'm looking forward towards next year as that year of deliverance, that year in which Edo State will be able to begin to fast forward its development and begin to have a very clear path to, where he wants to be in 30 years' time.
On behalf of my colleagues, Benedict Okate, Controller News, EBS, Ogo Chukwuka Ona, Manager News NTA, and my humble self, Egosa Agmalao, Manager News and Current Affairs, ITV Benin. Your Excellency, we want to thank you for this opportunity again. It's been Media Chat with His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State. I hope you've enjoyed today's section. I'm optimistic we'll have His Excellency again. I want to wish you a happy new year.
And next time, I want to hear from the public. I want to get yes. For the message.
It should be on a quarterly basis.
It depends on His Excellency.
I can get questions, not only from you.
Okay, so next time, because we actually told you to follow, next time we know you'll be used to it and we'll get the feedback from the public. Ask your questions. Thanks for being a part of the Media Chat. Happy New Year in advance.